Good day, good day, good day. CRUCIAN Mahogany here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hey girl. If you're not new, what are you saying? Everything Chris? Everything blessed? Good, I hope so. On this channel, I share real life stories in order to assist us in becoming more aware, more observant, and more knowledgeable. Story came across my timeline. I'm gonna get right into it. I know this story is probably gonna be everywhere. It has been everywhere. It started out as someone being missing. The circumstances that have come about, I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. I'm gonna be talking about the case of Abby Choi. May she rest in peace. You cannot trust. You cannot trust. Let's start off with the timeline. This article is called Ronald Chang's ex-assistant said to be the sixth person arrested in murder of Hong Kong's socialite Abby Choi's case. I'm just going to read starting with the timeline and then I'll come back. On February 21st, Abby was reported missing and some of her body parts, including her leg. Oh, I can't just start off like that. Who is Abby Choi? Let's look at that. She's a Hong Kong model who got featured in various fashion magazines like Vogue and Elle, among others. Wow. Look at her. Beautiful. Young. Just last week, she appeared on the cover of L'Officiel Monaco for its February issue. As the magazine publication said, she was one of the most sought after influencers in the industry, with over 100,000 followers from different parts of the globe. According to L'Officiel Monaco, Choi's keen eye for style and her ability to mix and match pieces in unexpected ways has made her a true trendsetter, and with fans from all over the world following her every move. The style icon was a regular attendee of the Paris Fashion Week, and she also enjoyed showcasing her elegant chic style not only on her Instagram page but also at prestigious fashion events and professional photo shoots. I am a person who keeps absorbing inspiration and always tries new styles. Sometimes I also try to dress up more extravagant by mixing and combining different looks, she said in her interview with the fashion magazine. She sounds so adorable. Only 28 years old, the socialite had, wow, she looks so young. The socialite had a reported net worth of uh, I'm not sure what that translates to, but you can see it on the screen. And hailed from a wealthy family with business dealings in China. That beautiful picture, wow. The tower, wow, look at the lines, wow. Aside from letting her relatives live in a luxury apartment, she also provided financial support to her brother-in-law when he purchased his own home. Choi had two children with her ex-husband, Alex Kwong. They said it is unclear when they got divorced, but she had a wedding ceremony with her new partner, Tam Chu Kwang, in 2016, with whom she shared two other children. So she has four children. She's a mother of four children. She's a hard-working girl because she's on covers of magazines. And she has already moved on for some time to have already had two other children with her new partner. Her new husband said he's a kind-hearted and good person who always wanted to help others. She supported me and loved me very much, and she also brought up four cute and obedient kids. It's been a blessing to be Abby's family or friend. Wow. he made a promise to look after their 4 children, including the 2 she had with her ex-husband. Wow. Who is currently with Choi's mother after her death. Wow. Rest in peace, Abby Choi. So that gives us an idea of who Abby Choi is. The timeline of events. On February 21st, Abby was reported missing. I don't know how they just jumped to this. On February 26th, which is 5 days later, I just don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. But I have to say it because look at this story. The story is that she was found, parts of her, including her skull and ribs, were discovered in soup pots. A hole was found at the back of the skull, and forensic experts believed it was what caused her demise. 4 suspects were arrested, and those 4 people were: 1, Abby's former husband, Alex Kwong, 28 years old; 2, her ex-husband's father, 65 years old; her ex-husband's mother, 63 years old; and his older brother, who is the ex-husband's older brother, 31 years old. We're not done. That was the 4. Okay. And a 47-year-old woman named surname Ning or Ning. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ning. Reportedly, the elderly Kwan's mistress has also been arrested. They appeared in court on February 27th. Wow. So this woman has been divorced, remarried, had 2 children with her new husband, and her ex-husband whole family decide, not only do we take her life, separate her body into pieces, but then we're gonna put it in a pot and turn the fire on. A whole family. There are some women in this scenario, and I'm curious to know the family dynamic, because we have the father, then we have 2 sons of that father, his wife, and his mistress. He's really the core of this dynamic with all those people surrounding him. Of course, the ex-husband is the link to this woman. But this is a seriously sick family. Police said it was believed that Ng rented a luxury flat in West Kowloon's Art Sky Tower development for Alex Kwong to hide in. She is also accused of renting the flat where Abby's remains were found. What? Ng was released on bail and is required to report to police later in March. She could not have known that that was what the place that she was renting was gonna be for. She probably gonna get off. Hong Kong police conducted a search for Abby's torso and arms in a city landfill on February 28th after her family identified her other remains at a mortuary. We understand that an attempt to find 2 or 3 refuse bags in 3,000 to 4,000 tons of rubbish is just like finding a needle in a haystack. Yes. The police also announced that they have ceased in their search operations. They just have not found to this point her torso and her hands. This is sick. This is sick.
喺一個雪櫃裏邊，我哋發現到人體嘅殘肢，亦都發現呢部分受害人嘅財物、身份證同埋信用卡。
What they say happened, huh? A whole family go and take this pretty precious woman's life. This mother, the mother of your child and your niece, no, your child, your nieces and nephews, your grandchildren. Hong Kong socialite Abby Choi was brutally murdered at the age of 28, and a sixth suspect has been arrested. Yesterday, on March 2nd, the police announced that a friend of Abby's ex-husband, Alex Kwong, was arrested on suspicion of aiding and abetting an offender. The man, surnamed Lam, is reportedly the former assistant of Hong Kong singer-actor Ronald Cheng. Okay, so that's Lam. Hong Kong media reported that the 41-year-old man used to work at a record company, Gold Typhoon, in the marketing department, and he worked with most of the big names there. Subsequently, he became Ronald's personal assistant, and Ronald reportedly liked bringing Lam to social events because of his bubbly personality. Yeah, he looked quite bubbly. Netizens revealed on Weibo that Lam posted pictures taken with numerous celebrities on his social media account, including Jay Chow, Sho Lo, Ishan Chan, and William Shaw. The police shared in their Thursday briefing that Lam worked for a yacht rental company, was supposed to take Kwong from a Tung Chung pier to international waters where he would board another boat. He was trying to escape. Wow. Even though the escape did not come to fruition, Hong Kong police suspect that Lam had knowledge of the entire murder plan. Okay, they suspect, but they have to prove that. Ah, boy, if you want to get yourself caught up in some stupidness like this, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'll tell you the truth, I won't be surprised. I'm going to stay open to see what happens when the case comes to light as they continue to report on this. When asked, Ronald 50 reportedly said details have not been confirmed yet. This assistant left 8 years ago and I have not contacted him since, so I'm not sure what's happening. This is madness. Yes, reality is more gruesome than fiction. Went to a different site. They went to a village house in Lung Mei Shuang in Chai Po and was allegedly set up as a butchery site. Wow. Equipped with choppers, hammer, an electric saw, and a meat grinder that had been used. Boy was entangled in a financial dispute with her ex-husband's family over luxury property in Hong Kong's Kadoorie Hills. The persons arrested in relation to her murder are her ex-husband, his brother, his mother, his father, and his father, who is reportedly a retired police officer. Ah, Lord. Look at these people. These are these persons. These are these persons. They should take that little thing off their face. They should be shown. I mean, okay. At this point, they are alleged. It says that Cho was last seen in Foshun Road in Taipo on Tuesday afternoon. CCTV footage captured her before she went missing. Choi was supposed to pick her daughter up on Tuesday together with Kwang's elder brother who drove her. So the eldest brother, 31-year-old, who was also a part of this plot, is this young lady's driver. Wow, she still had him as her employee, I guess, to continue to provide for the family. While earlier media reports state that some of Choi's remains had still not been found, news came out on Sunday that her head had been found in a soup pot. What a terrifying family. Yeah, these are some wicked, evil people. Like nobody in their whole group stopped and said, maybe we shouldn't do this, Or did somebody want to stop but couldn't because they were afraid to be the next one in the pot? The father is a retired police officer. He was the one running that show. He's the one running that show. A terrifying family, others wrote, calling them inhuman and devilish. Evil. I mean, they had to have thought this through. They planned it out. They had a whole apartment. They had a whole place to butcher. And through the most to get rid of this woman. Why? Some Weibo bloggers said the case reminded them of another well-known and gruesome Hong Kong murder case, namely the 2013 murder of Gloria Chow and Moon Siu. At age 63, the couple was murdered by their own 28-year-old son and his friend. After killing them, the two chopped up their remains and cooked their remains and stored them inside the freezer. Too bad that Hong Kong law does not have the death penalty. Capital punishment in Hong Kong was formally abolished in 1993. Although Abby and Chris did not legally register their marriage, the couple had a great relationship. Oh wow, they didn't legally register. Abby was especially loved by the Tam family, and they viewed her as a good wife and a good daughter-in-law. According to sources close to Abby, Chris is heartbroken, but he has agreed to help take care of Abby's 4 children. It is reported that Abby was born from a wealthy family, and after Abby and Alex's divorce, she purchased property worth tens of millions HKD for her ex-husband's family. So she... What? Sadly, Abby and her ex-husband's family's dispute over the financial dealings of the property was suspected as motive for Abby's murder. That's what it is. She must have been going through separation of assets because, I mean, I'm only married to you for this amount of time. Why am I taking care of your whole family? She provided them a place to live and jobs. Grisly discoveries. Police spokespeople said erroneous information was provided by the suspects of the case with the intent to mislead. A highly premeditated case. Yes. Yes. Did they have family meetings? Did they sit down and write out their plan? They had a well organized plan. They had a place. They had tools. It says describing the unit as carefully set up by the murderers. The house had barely any furniture as it was newly rented by the victim's former father-in-law. Just weeks ago. That man had a whole setup. Canvas sheets had been draped over the walls and windows. That man, that father-in-law, everything is revolving around him. The youngest person in this scenario is the ex-husband of this beautiful woman. He's not in charge. He's not running his father, his mother, his brother, the father, mistress. No. It is understood that the 3 suspects who have been arrested will face murder charges, while Abby's ex-husband, the 5th child in his family, was arrested on Saturday after a citywide manhunt. This channel is about being aware, being observant, being knowledgeable. May Miss Abby Choi rest in peace. May the ancestors take her on her journey. Wow. This one is really disheartening, because not only have I been talking about stories where there's one perpetrator, making sure that we're aware of our surroundings, aware of who we're dealing with on a one-on-one level, not merely considering being lynched, being hunted, all in cahoots to hunt a woman down. I don't know what Miss Choi could have done other than to continue to perpetually allow them to live off of her. A whole family. None of you could go get your life in order. Money, greed. I'll tell you what they looked at it was as that their survival was about to be disrupted, and really it was the father's survival, because apparently his whole family was dependent on the youngest son's ex-wife to provide for them. And because she was taking that away from them, their stability, they went into attack mode. She did so much for them. And sometimes that's what could cause you a problem. When you do so much, that when you take that away, they're not okay. They're not okay with that. They're not okay with no longer having access. And this young lady, unfortunately, would have put a whole family on the street, and they were just not having it. Now they go to jail. I wish her children and her current husband find peace. I wish her children are well taken care of. It's admirable that that husband says he's gonna take care of her elder children as well. I take that with a grain of salt. Of course, in his emotional state right now, I'm sure he thinks he can do that. Good gesture, but it's hard. It's hard. This is a really sad case. It's ongoing. This is a woman of wealth. She dealt with someone who was not at that level. She came from money. He did not. And even his whole family saw her as a cash cow. It wasn't just the ex-husband. It was the whole family. I'm going to end this video here. I hope that all of what needs to happen happens, and I think it is. This case is gruesome. This is horrifying, scary. I pray for the survivors, for the children. All right, but if you found anything of value in this video, please like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see future videos from me, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted whenever I post another video. Comment your thoughts. Comment your when you heard of this story was like, what? Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. All right, later.